Welcome aboard. Please have a seat. Thank you for choosing to spend your time with me. I'm very grateful about that. So maybe you like my travel videos, or maybe you like my pranks. I'm going to do a lot of them in the future, but currently I am trying new things, so sorry about that. Anyway, in this video I'm going to explain you my rules, how I travel with no money, and how can I say that I travel with no money. I put during the journey and in the beginning some rules about my travels. So a bit cinematography now here, and then I'm going to explain you. I'm trying to do a lifestyle of a traveler. I'm trying to grow my hair for the first time in my life. I always wanted to try just to have one time long hair, and I think now that I'm traveling is the right timing. So believe me or not, I didn't spend any money on food, or accommodation, or in trains, or in anything. So how I did that? So basically I'm allowed to use my environment. When I was in Austria, I was allowed to use the environment there to help me get fit, to help me travel, to help me accommodate myself. So in the first three countries, Nick was helping me. Don't imagine that he was paying everything. We found a couch surfing, it was free for both of us, and couch surfing made food, so Nick just paid me one meal. So don't imagine that Nick was paying. And then we went to Czech Republic in a friend of Nick. So there we didn't spend any money. Only, by the way, we were stealing the trains from there. So there we didn't spend any money, because we was in his friend. He gave us some chocolate, he fed us, we went out. Then we went to Paris. Nick paid the flight because I'm allowed to use my environment. Found a cheap flight, 20 euro, and we flew to Paris with 20 euro. So in Paris, I was because I was not allowed. I was only allowed to use my environment. Some days I slept outside. But then I found a place where I was sleeping. Yes, I found some friends from Greece and I was sleeping to them, so I used my environment. By the way, I'm not allowed to take any money from the environment and carry it to the next country. So when I left from France, I stole the bus and I went to Belgium. Then I stayed in couch surfing, so the couch surfing fed me. Then I went to Brussels. I was in Kent. Then I went to Brussels and I didn't have a place to stay, so I found a random guy in the streets, Leo, and I had a great time with him. Then I went with train. I stole the train. I went to my friend Apollonas, because he's my friend. He was living in Netherlands. I used him to accommodate myself and get fit myself. Then I went to Rotterdam. in Hara, one of my cousins. Then I found some friends of Hara and I went with them in Amsterdam. So I stayed with them in Amsterdam. So I'm allowed to use my environment, not money, my environment. So then I stole the bus. I went with gold to go to England, but they got me. So I had to stay in Borders in France. When I took a ferry. I collected money. I collected money on the ferry boat thing, so I can transfer with ferry to England. Then I used my environment. I went to Lugas and one of my friends in London. Then I stole the train and I came to Newcastle in my brother, and I'm allowed to use my environment, so I'm getting fed. But now I'm going to India. The next country is India, so I'm allowed to use the environment. To go to India to get a visa is £65. So I'm going to use my environment. My brother is going to give me €65 because I'm here. I'm allowed to use the environment, and my brother is going to pay for my flight so I can go to India. So that's how I travel the world with no money. I'm allowed to use my environment to travel. Don't carry. So in India, because I don't know anybody there, it's going to be more difficult. But I had difficult times. I'm sure that I will get through anyways, because they focus on my goal, 20 countries with no money. So now a bit cinematography. By that I was meaning that thank you for you support me with your time, means a lot to me. So every time I do that means that thank you for your support. I'm kidding, really. I am very thankful that you are giving me my time, your time, that you are time is the most important thing that we have. And by spending it with me, it's like, if you made it this far in the video, I'm going to do a Q&A. So leave me in the comments below some questions, meaningful questions that you want to ask me. I think that's the end of the vlog. Yes. Let's end it here. Thanks for watching. Subscribe. Bye.